Is defending on FC25 driving you crazy? Whether it's first time through balls or skill spam, we've all been there. Watching helplessly as our defense gets torn apart, but not anymore. Hey guys, I'm CJ Prodigy. If you're tired of conceding goals and want to lock down your defense, then this video is for you. I'll show you through different clips and in different situations how to defend smarter and not harder on FC25. By the end of this video, you will have learned pro level defending tips that will help you stop attackers in their tracks and win more matches, so make sure to watch till the end. Here's the deal, if you want to get better at defending on FC25, rule number 1 is simple: keep your shape. If your defense looks like a scattered Sunday league team, you're in trouble. Stay organized, don't rush in like a maniac, and make your opponent work hard for every inch. The second rule is know the right situation to apply pressure and with the right players. You don't need to apply pressure all the time, but when the moment's right, your midfielders are very key. You need to predict your opponent's passes and next moves to easily intercept passes and win the ball back. Here's a pro tip: press with your wingers also to have more pressing options. You can see here how I press with my winger and predict my opponent's next moves, and with just a pass, I have an easy finish. One of the most key things about defending is just to anticipate what your opponent is going to do. You can see here how I switched my midfielder, I predict that he's going to pass, and then I intercept the ball. Alright, rule number 3, learn right stick switching. Trust me, mastering this will take your defense to the next level. The right stick switch allows you to quickly change control to the player who's best positioned to make a tackle or cover a threat. It's way faster than the L1 switching, and it helps you stay more reactive to your opponent's moves. So, my opponent was on the attack here and I tried to intercept the ball, but by doing so, I left my defender out of place, and with the right stick, I quickly changed my other defender, predicted where he was going to pass, and intercepted the ball. Now, defending isn't just about doing everything right, it's also about knowing how to recover when things go wrong. If you're pressing with your wing backs and they're caught out of position, you need to stay calm and adjust. Let me show you how I handled a mistake and turned it into a solid recovery. After this, I'll show you the better way to press with your wing backs so you can avoid situations like this in the first place. This little movement here brought my wing back out of position, so what I do next is switch the cursor back to my center back to cover the passing lane. And when my wing back had recovered, I switched back to him, and now I've gotten back my shape. I continue to press with my midfielders and win back the ball. Now, the proper way to press with your wing back and avoid such situations. You want to cover this passing angle while closing down this distance at the same time, and you can do this with the sprint jockey. This method of pressing is much more effective, and even if you don't win the ball immediately, you still have solid control of your player to get them back into position. Here, my opponent is about to play an up-through pass. To defend this with my fullback, I simply run back with my right back to this spot here, because that shows the exact location the ball will land. In this one here, all I do is simply allow my opponent to think that this pass is on by making my right back run this way. And when he commits to the pass, I change direction and intercept the ball. It's going to look so easy for you and very difficult for your opponent when you press this way. And it's not just about wing backs. Knowing how to recover is even more critical when it comes to your center backs. If you pull them out of position, the risk is much higher. Let me show you another example where I made this mistake and the proper way to avoid this situation. So I tried to win the ball back here, which left space in behind for my opponent to play an up-through pass, which led to me almost conceding. Now, the more effective way to prevent this from happening is to stall and wait till the perfect moment to make a tackle. You can do this while sprint jockeying. You do not want to commit to making a tackle early on because your opponent might have different options. If you want to press with your center backs, you make sure you press on heavy touches and also make sure you have other players to cover in case you don't win the ball back. Let me show you how to defend short corners. You want to take 2 players towards the corner flag so you have a 2v2. Now, you move one player to meet the running man while secondary pressing the other one. And you can switch to the next player to press, and just like that, it's easy to win the ball back. To defend counter-attacks, do not rush in. Simply sprint jockey backwards and also try to cover the passing lanes. Try to wait for most players to get back into position, and at the right moment, you can tackle for the ball. And that's it for today's video on defending in FC25. Remember, mastering defense takes practice, so focus on keeping your shape, applying pressure with the right players, and using your right stick switching to stay in control. Oh, and if defending isn't your only challenge, I've got another video all about attacking in FC25 that you won't want to miss. Check it out next, and I'll see you there.